They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls it in. It's Gauls. After 45 on his way. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They go to the ground. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The Tar Heels come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to run for it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Makes the grab, it's Mars. Wide open spaces. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. And the Horned Frogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the tight end. Going up top again. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Quick completion on the out. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And there is no question they should just keep letting this guy throw the ball. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. They've only run 5 offensive plays, and he's already got him down here by the goal line. Let him keep chucking it.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they have the first points of the game.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody to decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's gone. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The offense changing the play. Trying play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Lopez to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Let's see what he can do with it. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end.
TCU 7, North Carolina 0.
So first down here as they go back to work. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Out of the gun to give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Barnes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, TCU.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fair catch called for and made. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throwing on the run. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Caught in the backfield. It's gone. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Quarterback making adjustments. Lopez wants to fire. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. Yep. Pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
So now it's second and long. They just keep firing. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, and at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Lopez to pass. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends to the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Going deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Hauls it in at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gauze.
One of the the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Offense gets set for second down. Might be calling a hot route. Lopez wants to fire. Bring in the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and with the play another down.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And they're not on the same page there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Going to the run to start this second half. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. He wants to go deep. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got his man. At the 35, he's loose. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
To the air on first down. He's looking deep. A full dive to haul that one in. stat that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Barnes. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gained time.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, and I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
And really good job by this defense. Third and goal, you know what kind of playmakers in the backfield. And he started to scramble around, but they didn't lose their discipline, did a nice job getting him to the ground, and now forcing the fourth down.
Now 7 here in the third quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you hear it all the time. Coaches talk about it. Don't throw across your body. Don't throw across your body. These guys nowadays, they do it more and more because they're more athletic and they can change their arm angles all the time. But right there, it was an incompletion. It was an interception. So you might get like a little bit of a yell from your coaches, but nothing too big.
The play-action fake. Under fire.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Lopez to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
College football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send them at any time. Great job by the free safety, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack.
Cradles it at the 35. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Payne. Turning on the Jets. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Going for it all. He's got it. Touchdown, Horned Frog. Once he got some room, it was over. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Culliver. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. A quick pass to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Might be changing the route. Off the RPO, complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Motion from the wide receiver. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. What a play that time. They got way more than they needed to convert that fourth down.
But I love the execution of this quarterback. Everybody's sitting shallow, trying to take away the first down. He takes the ball down the field. Great strike. Nice play. Nice fourth down conversion.
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
It'll be third and long. Lopez wants to fire. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you've got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
To the air, it's Hoover. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Got a man. It's McAllister. Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
It's caught, and he's brought down after a nice gain.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. This deep in the red zone, 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Culliver. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort.
It's a running room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Quarterback making checks. Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does.
There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry up. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. The Tar Heels looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Lopez to pass. He caught it. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. The offense uses a timeout. 20 ticks remaining. And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be. Nowhere to run.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. After this play, the cake will be baked. Back to pass, it's Hoover. They get to him as he throws. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another...